We deliver over 800 services across the country, and over 60% of those have an education input to them, have an education side. We're helping children and young people to achieve educational focused outcomes. And today I came here to the conference to talk particularly about those young people who are at risk of becoming NEET. That's not in employment, education or training. And the group that we're most concerned about are the hardest to reach young people, or those who are easiest to ignore. They probably only count for about 1% of the whole NEET group, but it is essential that these young people get specialist help. We have evidence, we know what works, that if you can get to these young people early on, you can help them through a range of different ways, and I'll say something about that, to actually make small steps to begin with, but to engage then with other mainstream services so that they can go on and take advantage of apprenticeships or other workplace learning, so that they can then go on and achieve and become full participating citizens, which is what most of these young people want. But to get there, there are a whole range of barriers that these young people need to overcome. They may well have had disadvantaged family backgrounds. Their families might have been quite chaotic. They might have experienced bullying at school. They might have had a whole host of problems. They become homeless. They may even be involved in drugs. Many young people, young parents, particularly young women who end up caring for children. One interesting bit of research is that actually the young mums are already disengaged before they have their children. They're 7 times more likely to be NEET than other young people. But what our research has shown is that if you get to those young mums and work with them in the right way, they often can be remotivated and can engage again with learning. So the overall message is, yes, we've got some young people who've got a range of different barriers that are very significant. You can't ignore them. You need the resources to work with them to overcome those. But we have considerable evidence that if you do it in the right way, so you attack the barriers that matter to them, whether it's finding them a home, whether it's actually providing practical help so they can arrive at interviews or dressed and clean, or whether it's about helping them to write CVs, you need to engage. You need to actually follow these young people up. Don't give up on them. Send the texts, follow up, do home visits. But if you can engage these young people and work with them in a consistent way, positive relationships, you really can begin to make a difference, and these young people can then engage with learning opportunities and mainstream opportunities so that they can go on to succeed. And in some of our services, we have one that started in Scotland. It's a partnership with Scottish and Southern, the electricity utility provider. Actually, in that service, we've achieved 83% of sustainable employment, and that is for some of the most disadvantaged young people. So, you can do it, we can do it, and there need to be the opportunities and the resources put in to enable it to happen.